The people who became monkeys. The story of Ashab. Long, long ago, near the deep blue waters of the Red Sea, there was a peaceful town called Ela. The people of Ela were from the children of Israel, smart, skilled, and blessed by Allah with everything they needed. But one day their hearts were tested. Allah had commanded them, Saturday is your day of worship. Don't work, don't trade, and do not catch fish. Spend this day remembering your Lord. And so they obeyed at least for a while. But something strange began to happen. On Saturdays, when fishing was forbidden, the sea filled with beautiful shining fish. They swam near the shore, large, easy to catch, almost calling out to them. But on other days, the water was empty and quiet. This was a test of patience, faith, and honesty. At first, the people had begged. They watched the fish sight and walked away. But soon temptation whispered. One man found a clever trick. He went to the shore on Saturday, saw a big fish and tied it with a rope so it couldn't escape. Then when the sun set and Saturday was over, he pulled it out and said, I didn't fish on the Sabbath, I only took it afterward. He smiled, thinking he had fooled everyone, but in truth he had only fooled himself. Others saw what he did and followed him. Some dug pools near the sea where fish would swim in on Saturday and get trapped. On Sunday, they would collect them, pretending they were innocent. The whole town began to do the same. The test of faith had turned into a game of tricks, and the people of Ela split into three groups. One group disobeyed Allah's command and continued to fish with tricks. The second group warned them, saying, Stop, fear Allah, don't break His law. And the third group stayed silent, thinking, What's the use of warning them? Allah will punish them anyway. But the warners kept speaking. They said, We remind them so that we may not be blamed before our Lord, and maybe, just maybe, they will repent. Days passed, but the sinner never stopped. Then came the night of Allah's wrath. A heavy silence covered the town. The waves were still, the air stood quiet. When morning came, the righteous people stepped out and noticed something strange. The streets of the sinners were empty, no laughter, no sound. They climbed the wall that separated them and looked down, and what they saw froze their hearts. Those who had disobeyed Allah were no longer human. They had been turned into monkeys and pigs, crawling on the ground, crying, lost and helpless. Each monkey ran to the person it once knew, snapping their claws, crying as if asking for forgiveness, but it was too late. They lived like that for 3 days, unable to eat or drink, and then they died. The town of Ela was silent once again, but its story lived on, a story of faith, warning, and consequence. Allah had shown the world that you cannot break the truth. You cannot play games with faith. Obedience is not about cleverness, it is about sincerity and fear of Allah. And so the people of the Sabbath, the Ashab, became a sign for all generations to come. This story reminds us, never think you can hide your actions from Allah. He knows what is in our hearts. Faith is not about finding excuses, it is about staying loyal to what is right, because in the end, those who try to deceive Allah only deceive themselves.
وإذ قالت أمة منهم لم تعظون قوما الله مهلكهم أو معذبهم عذابا شديدا قالوا معذرة إلى ربكم ولعلهم يتقون.